going to get started with these Philadelphia Eagles 2023-2024 season. Make sure you guys smash that like, that thumbs up. As far as Mr. Hurts, obviously you guys know that he had an exceptional start to the season. He got injured, came back, played his tail off, and solidified himself as being one of the elite quarterbacks of the league. Was it enough? I'd say so. I think he did a great job. I think he surprised a lot of people who didn't really believe in the Eagles. I'll be honest, I was one of them. But it was not enough when it came to being in the Super Bowl. Mr. Patrick Mahomes and company was just too much for that Eagles team. And that's not to say it wasn't a good game. It wasn't a close game. But I just really think that there was a different level of experience that Hurts had to adjust to. And it's not to say it will be his last time, but I think next time he'll be a little bit more poised, a little bit more ready. And we'll see what happens. But getting into the season stats, 3,701 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and with a QBR of 66.4. That's fourth for the season. His average was 8. He had 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, long with 68. Like I said, he was injured, so obviously he missed some time. But overall, he had a decent year. These stats may have been better with those games that he missed. But, hey, getting into the last few games, obviously lost the Super Bowl to Kansas City, 38-35, where he had 27 completions on 38 attempts, 304 yards, 71% completion percentage, 8 on the average, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Long was 45, 2 sacks, QBR was 79. I mean, you can't beat it, right? You can't really ask for a better job from your quarterback in the Super Bowl. If anything, the sacks, but obviously Kansas City defense is definitely something to mention. Of course, before that, they beat San Francisco 31-7. Where he had 15 completions on 25 attempts, 121 yards, 1 sack. And then, of course, the Giants, they beat 38-7. He went 16 for 24 with 154 yards, 66 completion, and ended that game with an 84 QBR. So listen, Jalen Hurts is not the issue at all. Phenomenal quarterback. Definitely looking forward to see him ball again next year. The team in general, obviously we'll get into the depth chart. All right. Obviously, for the depth chart, we've got your quarterback, Mr. Jalen Hurts, running back DeAndre Swift. Kenneth Gainwell's moved to the third. A.J. Brown, wide receiver, he had a phenomenal year last year. So did Devonta Smith. Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, and that's going to be Jason Kelsey, one of the Kelsey brothers, your center. Cam Jurgens for the right guard, and then Lance Johnson on your right tackle. As far as the defense, Brandon Graham, Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat, Nicholas Morrow, Nakobe Dean, Hassan Reddick, James Bradbury, Terrell Edmonds, Reed Blankenship, and Darius Slay. As for your special teams, Jake Elliott, Aaron Sipas, Britton Covey, Boston Scott, and Rick Lovato is your long snapper. Once again, I mean, not too much really shook up as far as the team goes. So maybe they can repeat next year if they keep everyone healthy. Jalen Hurts gets off to a good start. And they play Eagles football. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to all you guys listening and watching. What wrong slide? Moving too fast, Jay. Moving too fast. All right, getting into the season. 2023 season for these Eagles here. Obviously, they started off 9-10 against the Patriots. It's going to be September 10th at 4:25. They'll go against those New England Patriots. I'm taking the Eagles on this one. Obviously, they're going to start off strong. I'm expecting that. There's so much to say as far as with the Patriots, the quarterback issue, whether or not Mac Jones and Mr. Belichick are having their own personal issues as far as their communication and their chemistry. We'll get into that on the Patriots stream. Next up after that, it's going to be against Minnesota on the 14th. I do think this will be a good one. We can't write off Kirk Cousins, so it's got to. I think it's a 50-50 on this one. Monday, 9:25 is going to be Tampa Bay. Obviously, I have them beating the Bucks. They'll go on to the Commanders. They'll surely take care of business there. Against the Rams, I'll give them that one too. I do think against the Jets on Sunday, October 15th, that's going to be another toss up. Aaron Rodgers and company. I don't think Aaron Rodgers and those Jets are going to be a pushover. So I'm right in the middle on that one too. Back to back against Miami. Once again, if Tua's healthy, I think they're probably one of the biggest threats that we're facing here in the AFC. So if Tua's healthy, I may even give that one to Miami, to be honest. But hey, we'll see. As far as rematch against the Commanders, they'll play twice. I'm going to give that one to them. Dallas, it's another one that's, depending on how Dak's playing. If he's at 100%, that defense is still clicking. These games are definitely, I want to say, more even than what we could potentially think. So I'm going to call 50-50 on that one. They'll get into the bye week on 10, and then obviously week 11 against Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a huge game. Monday Night Football, this will be on November 20th. For the rematch, the biggest question is whether or not they're going to be able to stop Mahomes. A healthy Mahomes is way different from an injured Mahomes. So, yeah, definitely excited to see that one. Who's going to win it? I got to say it's a 50-50 again. It was a 3-point game. Granted, yes, you had injured Mahomes, but I do think it's going to be very difficult, and depending on by week 11 how banged up Kansas City is, we'll find out. Shout out to Robert A. Bates, says, thank you, Jay, for all you do. You're the man. Bills Mafia is dead. Notice how they come in and give you like the real good compliment, make you feel good about yourself, and then stab you in the back. Bills Mafia is not dead, sir. We are alive and well, and we are clicking, and we're going to make it this year. Yes, I say it every year, and I'll say it this year as well. All right, keeping it going. Obviously, week 12, Bills Mafia. Speaking of us, I'm going my Bills. You already know that. Week 13 is going to be against the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be December 3rd. Once again, this is going to be an issue of whether or not San Francisco can figure out their quarterback problem. And if they cannot, then obviously I'm going to go ahead and ride with those Eagles. After that, let me just squeeze this in here. 1 second. Here we go. After that, it's going to be Dallas again, no rematch. Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go ahead and give the Eagles that one. The Giants. Once again, these Giants are having issues at running back. Who knows what's going to happen with the deal? Saquon Barkley is a big portion of that offense, and they need him. I'm sure a deal will be made, or it might not be made. Who knows? We'll have to figure it out. But for right now, I'm going to give the Eagles that one. I'm also going to give them Arizona. Arizona's not doing anything this year, unfortunately. Shout out to the Arizona fans. I do apologize, but I just don't see it. Then, of course, they'll play the Giants back-to-back, basically, and that game will be to be determined. So, I have Eagles going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? 10 wins for the season? I know somebody's going to be mad and say, Jay, you're absolutely insane. You're biased. But, hey, I got him winning 10. Obviously, we'll know what's going on once the season starts. But I do think there's big questions in regards to what Miami is going to do. San Francisco at quarterback, KC. There's a lot going on there. Whether or not the Giants can step up. If the Giants do, then, hey, they got to play them back-to-back. So you never know. 49ers as well. Dallas, there's a lot in question. But I got them winning 10. So, shout out to Grazler, says, I'm excited for the season, JU. Of course I'm excited, man. We're football. This as much content as I do, obviously I try to mix things up. College football, college basketball, and NBA, all that kind of stuff to just make the filler content for the off season. But we're primarily a football channel. You guys know that. Pretty much all you guys in here right now are from football. So, I'm excited, man. I'm ready. But yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, that's how I basically see the Eagles' schedule for next year. Could be wrong. Once again, it's all speculatory. You guys know we're just having fun with this anyways, getting you guys hyped up for the season. But yeah, there it is.